Feel the stillness settle around you like a soft blanket, just pulled from the warmth of sunlight. Let your breath deepen as you become aware of a single point of calm within your chest. This tiny center of peace begins to expand slowly outward through your body. Each heartbeat carries waves of gentle relaxation into your arms and legs. Your shoulders drop lower with each exhale. The tension that was there moments ago simply melts away. Now imagine that same feeling extending beyond your skin. Picture it flowing outward in all directions like ripples on a perfectly still pond. These ripples reach further than you can see, touching everything they encounter with soft persistence. Imagine how peaceful it would feel if every corner of your world responded to this calm. You don't need to force anything. Just let yourself drift along these gentle currents of ease. Allow them to carry you deeper into relaxation, deeper into focus, deeper into the quiet space where your mind becomes clear. As you continue breathing, steadily notice how your thoughts begin to slow down naturally. They move less like rushing water now, and more like honey dripping from a spoon. Thick and smooth, warm and unhurried. There's no need to hold onto any particular thought. If one appears, simply watch it float past like a cloud. Then return your attention to this growing sense of inner stillness. You might notice that sounds around you seem to fade into the background, not because they've disappeared, but because your awareness has shifted inward to a place where external noise cannot disturb the deepening quiet. It's here in this space that your concentration begins to strengthen, like a muscle that grows more capable with gentle practice. Your ability to focus becomes sharper, clearer, more effortless. You don't have to work for it. It simply emerges as you sink deeper into this state. Now allow yourself to become aware of a subtle vibration in the air around you, so faint you might mistake it for your own heartbeat. This is the frequency of focused attention, moving through your consciousness at exactly 40 hertz. Feel how this rhythm matches the natural pulse of your relaxed breathing, how it aligns with the steady flow of blood through your veins, how it resonates with the quiet expansion and contraction of your lungs. This frequency isn't something foreign being imposed upon you. It's the sound of your own mind settling perfect harmony. With each passing moment, your awareness becomes more unified, less scattered, more present in this single unfolding moment. The part of you that worries about tomorrow fades away completely. The part that replays yesterday's events dissolves like morning mist. What remains is pure presence, a clear lens through which you experience now, untouched by the usual chatter of mental noise. In this clarity, you find something precious, something that was always there, but often overlooked. The simple joy of being fully awake to your own experience, without judgment, without resistance, without the constant need to change or fix anything. Just the peaceful recognition of what is. And now, as you continue to breathe deeply and steadily, begin to notice a subtle shift in your awareness. It feels almost like waking up, but instead of opening your eyes to the physical world, you're opening to a new dimension of inner clarity. Here in this expanded state, your mind feels spacious, like a vast sky that can hold any thought or feeling without becoming crowded. There's room for everything, yet nothing feels overwhelming. This is the quality of concentration we're cultivating together. Not the narrow kind that excludes everything else, but the open kind that embraces all of experience while remaining centered, stable, and unwavering. Notice how different this feels from ordinary mental effort. There's no strain, no pushing or forcing, just a natural settling into focused awareness. As if your mind has found its true home, a place where thinking becomes effortless, where attention flows smoothly from one moment to the next, where distractions lose their power to pull you away, because you've discovered something stronger to return to. Let yourself rest in this discovery for a while. Feel how stable and grounded your awareness has become, how little effort it takes to maintain this clear presence. You might notice that even your breathing has slowed, become more rhythmic, more aligned with the natural cycles of your body. This synchronization between mind and body creates a foundation of deep stability, from which your concentration can flourish without needing to do anything special, without requiring any particular technique or method, simply by allowing yourself to be present, fully present, completely present, present in a way that feels both effortless and profound. As you continue to rest in this state of clear awareness, begin to notice how your perception of time changes. Moments seem to stretch out, becoming fuller, richer, more complete. There's no rush to get anywhere, no pressure to achieve anything specific, just the gentle unfolding of each breath, each heartbeat, each wave of sensation moving through your body. This slowing down of subjective time allows your mind to settle even deeper, to access levels of awareness that are usually obscured by the constant movement of daily life. In this space, you discover resources within yourself, qualities of mind that were always there, waiting patiently beneath the surface of ordinary consciousness. Patience, clarity, focus, stability, and an unshakable sense of inner peace. These aren't things you need to create or acquire. They are aspects of your natural state, revealed when the conditions are right. When you give yourself permission to slow down, to breathe deeply, to simply be. To now, as you continue to rest in this expanded awareness, begin to notice the quality of attention itself, not what you're paying attention to, but the attention itself. See if you can observe the process of being aware, the knowing that knows whatever arises in your experience. This observing awareness is the foundation of true concentration. It's stable, it's clear, it doesn't waver or fluctuate based on what's happening. It simply remains present and available, like the sky that holds both clouds and sunshine without preference. Resting in this awareness, you begin to understand concentration differently. It's not about narrowing your focus to exclude everything else. It's about expanding your capacity to include everything while maintaining perfect clarity. This inclusive attention is far more powerful, far more sustainable than the forced concentration that creates tension and fatigue. In this relaxed state of focused awareness, you can perceive subtleties that were previously invisible. The micro movements of your breath, the gentle pulsing of energy through your body, the quiet spaces between thoughts. These fine details reveal themselves naturally when the mind is calm. There's no need to search for them, no need to strain your perception. They simply become visible in the clear light of relaxed awareness. This is the gift of genuine concentration, the ability to see clearly, to know directly, to experience fully, without the distortion of mental agitation. As you continue to deepen in this state, notice how your relationship with thoughts changes. They arise and pass away like waves on the ocean, none of them disturbing the fundamental stillness of your awareness. You don't need to push thoughts away or try to make them disappear. They simply come and go in the spaciousness of mindful attention. This is freedom. Freedom from the tyranny of compulsive thinking. Freedom to choose where to place your attention. Freedom to rest in the peace that underlies all mental activity. And with this freedom comes a deepening sense of confidence. Confidence not in your ability to control your experience, but in the reliability of awareness itself. The knowing that no matter what arises, no matter what changes, the ground of awareness remains steady and clear. This steadiness becomes the foundation for everything you do. Whether you're working on a complex problem, having a difficult conversation, or simply sitting quietly with yourself, you carry this quality of concentrated awareness into every moment, not as something separate that you have to remember to apply, but as your natural way of being in the world. To now, as you continue to rest in this state of clear, focused awareness, begin to notice how your body responds to this deepening concentration. Muscles that were holding tension naturally release. Breathing becomes even slower and more refined. Circulation improves as stress melts away. This physical relaxation supports and reinforces the mental clarity you've cultivated, creating a positive feedback loop where greater physical ease enables deeper mental focus, which in turn promotes further physical relaxation. You might notice that even areas of chronic tension begin to soften. Shoulders that habitually carry stress, a jaw that unconsciously clenches, a forehead that furrows with worry. All of these release naturally in the presence of sustained awareness. There's no need for willful relaxation techniques, no need for progressive muscle exercises, just the healing power of undistracted attention flowing through your system. This is how true restoration happens, not through external interventions, but through the cultivation of inner stillness. Stillness that penetrates every cell, every tissue, every organ of your being. In this completeness, you find wholeness. Wholeness that doesn't depend on external circumstances. Wholeness that exists regardless of what's happening in your life. Wholeness that you can access anytime, simply by returning to this quality of concentrated awareness. And as you rest in this wholeness, begin to notice how your sense of self shifts. The usual identification with thoughts and emotions begins to loosen. You realize that you are not the content of your experience. You are the awareness in which all experience occurs. This recognition brings tremendous relief. Relief from the burden of trying to manage every aspect of your inner world. Relief from the exhausting project of trying to control your reactions. Relief from the constant effort to be someone other than who you are. Instead, you can simply be. Be the knowing presence that witnesses all experience. Be the stillness that makes clarity possible. Be the peace that remains untouched by the storms of daily life. And in this being, you discover something remarkable. The concentration you've been developing isn't separate from who you are. It is the natural expression of your deepest nature. Awake, alert, present, and completely at home in the unfolding of experience. This realization transforms everything. Suddenly, the effort to concentrate feels unnecessary because you recognize that you've never actually lost this quality. You've only forgotten to recognize it. And forgetting is itself part of the natural rhythm of consciousness. Just as sleep follows wakefulness, and wakefulness follows sleep, forgetting gives way to remembering, and remembering gives way to forgetting again. In this endless dance, you remain constant, the unchanging awareness that knows both states. And now, as you continue to rest in this understanding, begin to notice how this quality of concentrated awareness affects your perception of the world around you. Colors seem more vivid, sounds more distinct, textures more palpable. This isn't because your senses have become sharper in some mechanical way. It's It's because your attention has become more intimate with experience. There's less distance between perceiver and perceived, less conceptual overlay filtering your direct contact with reality. Everything becomes more immediate, more alive, more real. And in this immediacy, you discover a profound connection to everything. The boundary between self and world begins to dissolve, not because you've lost your individuality, but because you've recognized the deeper unity that underlies apparent separation. You are not separate from the world. You are the world experiencing itself through human consciousness. And this consciousness, this concentrated awareness, is the bridge between the personal and the universal, between the individual and the infinite, between the temporary and the eternal. In recognizing this, you understand that true concentration is not an achievement. It's a recognition, a remembering, a coming home to what you've always been. And this coming home happens not once, but continuously, moment by moment, breath by breath. Each time you return to this quality of awareness, you deepen your understanding of what it means to be truly concentrated, not focused on one thing to the exclusion of others, but unified with the totality of experience, seeing clearly, knowing directly, being fully present. And in this full presence, you discover the source of genuine creativity, not the frantic scrambling of an overstimulated mind, but the spontaneous emergence of insight from the silence of clear awareness. Ideas arise naturally. Solutions appear effortlessly because you're no longer blocking the flow of intuitive intelligence. You've learned to trust the wisdom that emerges when the mind is still. And this trust becomes the foundation for authentic action, action that flows from understanding rather than reaction, action that serves the whole rather than just the separate self, action that is both powerful and gentle, both decisive and compassionate. In this integration of clarity and kindness, of focus and openness, of strength and gentleness, you embody the highest expression of concentrated awareness, not as something you possess, but as something you are. And being this awareness, you radiate peace into every interaction. You bring clarity to every situation, You offer stability to everyone you encounter, not through doing, but through being, through the simple presence of concentrated awareness. And now, as we approach the end of our time together in this space of deep focus, take a moment to appreciate what you've discovered, the quality of attention that makes all experience possible, the stillness that underlies all movement, the peace that remains constant through every change. Carry this understanding with you as you return to your day. Know that whenever you need to access this clarity, you can return to the breath, to the body, to the simple fact of being aware. And in that return, you'll find the same quality of concentrated presence waiting for you, ready to support whatever you need to accomplish, ready to sustain you through any challenge, ready to remind you of who you really are. So as you prepare to open your eyes, know that this state of clear, focused awareness goes with you. It lives in your breath, in your heartbeat, in the quiet knowing that observes all experience. You don't leave it behind, because it was never somewhere else. It was simply forgotten. And now, remembered, integrated, made real in the living of your life. You are here now, in this place where time has no shape, where each breath draws you deeper into the quiet space between heartbeats. Your feet rest upon moss that remembers every step taken in softness, and the gentle pressure of earth against your soles feels like coming home. The trees around you pulse with a rhythm older than memory, their bark smooth as river stones worn by patient water. When you press your palm against the trunk, it vibrates with a frequency that speaks directly to your bones. This is not sound, but something deeper, a resonance that travels through your fingertips into your wrist, up through your arm, and settling softly in your chest. You feel how each cell in your body responds to this touch, how they lean toward the warmth emanating from the tree, like flowers turning toward sunlight. Your shoulders release tension you didn't know you were holding, as if the wood itself is teaching your muscles what it means to let go. The air here tastes different, clean and cool like morning mist caught on your tongue. There's sweetness in it too, a subtle flavor of rain held in cupped palms. When you breathe in, the coolness spreads through your nostrils, down into your throat, and settles like silk in your lungs. With each exhale, you feel yourself becoming lighter. Not just your body, but your thoughts too. They drift away like leaves caught in a gentle current. You notice how the silence here is not empty, but full, wrapped around you like velvet, holding you in its embrace. The quiet hums with life, a low vibration that moves through the ground beneath your feet, through the air around your skin, through the space inside your chest where your heart beats steadily. You begin to understand that this place exists within you, that these trees, this moss, this silence are all parts of something vast and ancient living in your bones. Your attention shifts to the weight of your body, how it distributes across your feet, the slight give of the moss beneath your heels. You feel each toe pressing into the yielding surface, the way your arch supports your weight, how your ankles adjust subtly to maintain balance. These sensations become anchors, connecting you to this moment, to this place, to the deep knowing that you belong here. The amber light from the trees moves slowly, pulsing like a heartbeat, each glow sending waves of warmth through the air. You watch one pulse travel from base to crown, watching as it illuminates branches in sequence, like watching lightning trapped in bark. As the light reaches the highest leaves, you feel a corresponding lift in your chest, a gentle expansion that mirrors the trees reach towards sky. Your ribs expand slightly, your collarbone rising with each breath, your head tilting back almost imperceptibly. The sensation of floating begins in your stomach, a lightness that rises like warm honey, spreading outward through your torso, lifting your arms slightly from your sides. You don't need to move them. Just allow gravity to soften its hold. Let your limbs find their own weightless position. Your fingers begin to tingle, as if waking from a long sleep. Tiny electrical currents traveling along nerve pathways, bringing awareness to fingertips that have been waiting patiently, ready to explore texture and temperature and the stories held in surfaces. You reach toward the nearest tree, moving slowly, allowing time for intention to settle into motion. Your hand approaches the smooth bark, feeling the warmth radiating from its surface before contact. The air between your palm and the trunk seems to shimmer. Then your skin meets the wood, cool at first touch, then warming quickly, as if the tree recognizes your presence. Your palm flattens against the surface, feeling the subtle ridges and valleys that exist even in apparent smoothness. The texture tells stories of seasons weathered, of growth rings hidden beneath the surface, of years measured not in hours, but in centuries. The vibration you felt earlier becomes clearer now, traveling up your arm in steady waves, each pulse carrying information beyond words, ancient wisdom encoded in cellular memory, passed from root to branch, from season to season, now shared with you through simple contact. Your other hand finds the moss beneath your feet, kneeling down to press your fingers into its surface. It yields easily, soft and yielding, like velvet made of countless tiny lives, each spore and fiber contributing to a greater whole. Your knees sink slightly into the cushioned ground, and you feel supported rather than sinking, held by something that knows exactly how much support you need. The silence deepens, becoming more than absence of sound, transforming into presence of peace. You hear your own heartbeat clearly now, steady and strong, a drum keeping rhythm with the trees. Your breath slows to match this tempo, inhaling as the amber light brightens, exhaling as it dims. Time loses meaning here. There is no past or future, only this eternal present moment stretching infinitely inward. You feel yourself dissolving the boundaries between self and surroundings, no longer separate from the grove, but part of its breathing, part of its dreaming, part of its ancient song. The concept of floating returns, not just physical buoyancy, but emotional and mental weightlessness too. Thoughts drift by without attachment. Worries dissolve like mist in morning sun, leaving behind only pure being. You lie back now, feeling the moss cradle your spine, supporting each vertebra with individual attention. Your head rests gently, neck muscles releasing completely, shoulders melting into the earth below. Above you, the floating trees sway barely perceptibly, their movement creating patterns of light and shadow on your face. But there is no fear in these shadows, only gentle contrast, soft edges, warmth playing across your skin. Your chest rises and falls with effortless rhythm, each breath drawing in more than air, filling you with the essence of this place. The peace seeps deeper, beyond muscle and bone, into the spaces between cells, into the quiet chambers of your mind. You begin to perceive the connections that bind everything together. Invisible threads linking tree to moss to air to your own breath. An intricate web of mutual dependence and support, where giving and receiving happen simultaneously, where boundaries blur and merge into something larger. Your awareness expands, not moving outward, but inward, deeper into the layers of existence, past the physical sensations, past the emotional responses, into the fundamental knowing of what it means to be alive. The anchor of this experience is not external, but internal, found in the steady beat of your heart, in the rhythm of your breath, in the constant presence of your own consciousness. You feel the resonance building, starting in your core, spreading outward through your limbs, reaching toward the trees, toward the sky, toward the infinite space beyond perception. This resonance carries no message, needs no translation. It simply is a frequency that aligns all things, harmonizing the discordant elements within you. The hum grows stronger, vibrating through your teeth, through your cheekbones, settling in the hollow spaces behind your eyes. You close your eyelids and see colors that have no names, shades that exist only in this state of being. The world continues to spin. Planets orbit, stars burn, seasons change. But here, in this moment, everything is perfectly still. You understand now that stillness is not the absence of movement, but the presence of completeness, where all potential exists simultaneously, where every possibility is already realized. Your body remembers what it is to float, not just physically, but emotionally, mentally, spiritually, released from the weight of expectation, from the burden of becoming, simply existing in perfect alignment with what is. The boundary between dreamer and dream dissolves completely. There is no separation anymore, no distinction between observer and observed. You are the grove. The grove is you, breathing the same air, beating the same rhythm, dreaming the same dreams. Time stretches like taffy, each second containing eons, each breath encompassing lifetimes. You feel the interconnectedness of all things, how your existence ripples outward, touching countless other lives, creating waves in the fabric of reality. Yet paradoxically, you also feel completely alone, not isolated, but singular, wholly yourself, completely present in your own unique expression of being. The moss beneath you pulses gently, responding to some signal beyond human perception, its rhythm matching yours, your heartbeat, your breath, the trees above. You realize that consciousness is not contained within your skull, but extends far beyond, flowing through the network of roots below, traveling along the pathways of light above, connecting you to everything that has ever lived. The concept of individual identity begins to soften, not disappearing entirely. You begin to notice how stillness has its own rhythm now. The quiet isn't empty, but full of tiny movements just beyond hearing, like the way your chest rises without effort and falls back into place. Each breath becomes a small journey, happening entirely within yourself. There's no need to track where it goes, because it always returns. The air touches the inside of your nose, first with coolness, then warmth. That shift from one temperature to another creates a gentle wave through your sinuses. You can feel the hollow spaces behind your eyes responding to each subtle change. This sensation brings a softening around the edges of your thoughts, as if ideas are dissolving before they have time to fully form. Your shoulders remember what it feels like to let gravity do the work. The weight of your arms settles downward naturally, without resistance. Muscles that were holding tension release in small increments, unnoticed, until now. A ripple passes through your upper back, like water, finding its level. The skin on your forearms begins to tingle slightly as circulation deepens. This tingling carries a sense of renewal moving under the surface. Your heartbeat finds space to expand within your ribcage. Each pulse moves outward, gently pressing against layers of tissue and bone. The sound of your blood flowing becomes part of the background hum. You realize this hum was always there waiting for attention. Now it blends seamlessly with the frequencies surrounding you. There's something deeply familiar about this particular tone. It reminds you of standing near tall trees during early morning light, when leaves move slowly and make almost no sound at all, except for the occasional whisper caught between branches. Your awareness sinks deeper into these layered sensations. Time seems less linear, more like thickness you can move through. Each layer reveals textures previously hidden beneath others. The feeling of fabric against your skin becomes noticeable again. Cotton fibers resting lightly across nerve endings everywhere. Some areas feel cooler, where air circulates freely. Warmth collects subtly in folds and creases of clothing. This contrast creates a landscape of microclimates on your body. Your scalp relaxes into the support offered by stillness itself. Hair moves imperceptibly with each exhalation, creating tiny shifts. These movements stir molecules already dancing in the space above you. The boundary between self and environment blurs softly. You notice how thoughts arrive like clouds drifting overhead. They cast shadows briefly, then dissolve back into clarity. No need to examine them closely or hold them in place. They simply appear and fade away without ceremony. This process mirrors the natural cycle occurring throughout your system. Cells regenerate, proteins fold and unfold continuously. Hormones travel through fluids, carrying messages silently. Your digestive tract continues its slow peristaltic waves. Nourishment flows inward, even while you remain motionless. The base of your spine connects quietly with whatever supports you. Pressure distributes evenly across contact points. Any remaining stiffness melts gradually into acceptance. Your pelvis tilts slightly forward, releasing tension in the lower back. Lumbar vertebrae stack comfortably one upon another. Each joint finds its neutral position effortlessly. Your neck elongates naturally, allowing space between each cervical bone. Tension held unconsciously, and the jaw releases completely. Teeth separate, slightly giving room for the tongue to rest fully. Saliva gathers and swallows occur without conscious prompting. The act of swallowing brings a brief moment of grounding, as if reconnecting temporarily with physical processes. Your eyelids flutter, once almost imperceptibly. The movement triggers a fresh wave of relaxation behind the eyes. Optic nerves respond to changes in pressure within the socket. Vision fades gently toward darkness, while awareness remains sharp. The concept of seeing transforms from looking outward to sensing inward. You perceive vibrations rather than shapes or colors. Each frequency carries information directly into consciousness. No translation needed between external stimulus and internal knowing. The boundary between observer and observed softens further. Your breathing slows measurably without any deliberate control. Inhalations deepen, drawing air into regions rarely accessed. Exhalations last longer, carrying away residues of earlier states. The diaphragm moves with increasing freedom, unencumbered by habit. Abdominal muscles participate fully in this expanded exchange. Organs shift, subtly adjusting to accommodate fuller breaths. Your liver glides smoothly with each rise and fall. Intestines ripple gently along their length in response. Kidneys float slightly within protective fat cushions. Heart rate stabilizes at a pace both ancient and new. Each beat sends waves through arteries, branching endlessly. Capillaries open wider, distributing nutrients more thoroughly. Brainwaves synchronize with rhythms emerging from cellular activity. Beta patterns give way to slower, more resonant frequencies. Gamma synchronization increases coherence among distant neural networks. Thoughts become less frequent, but more meaningful when they arise. Language centers pause, allowing non-verbal intelligence to emerge. Images appear spontaneously vivid, yet fleeting. They carry emotional undertones rather than literal interpretations. Memory fragments surface gently without disturbing present focus. Old associations reframe themselves in current understanding. Your relationship with past experiences softens significantly. Regret dissolves into appreciation for lessons learned indirectly. Fears transform into acknowledgments of courage required. Gratitude arises naturally as emotion, but as recognition. Recognition of interconnection, woven through all moments, even difficult periods, served purposes invisible at the time. Your body remembers this truth, even when mind forgets. Cellular memory holds stories beyond personal narrative. Ancestral wisdom flows quietly through DNA sequences. Evolutionary adaptations manifest as instinctive responses. Survival mechanisms integrate gracefully with present calm. Fight or flight reflexes settle into readiness without urgency. You exist simultaneously in multiple temporal dimensions. Past, present, future collapse into singular eternal now. Within this timeless space, healing occurs spontaneously. Wounds reopen briefly, only to close more completely. Scar tissue realigns according to optimal structural patterns. Inflammation reduces as immune function recalibrates. Hormonal balance adjusts naturally without external intervention. Circadian rhythms entrain with planetary cycles anew. Sleep depth improves as melatonin production normalizes. Dream recall increases, bringing insights from subconscious realms. Creative inspiration flows steadily without forcing. Ideas emerge fully formed, needing only gentle reception. Intuition strengthens as analytical noise decreases. Decision-making aligns with inner wisdom automatically. Conflict resolves internally before manifesting externally. Relationships harmonize as communication channels clear. Empathy expands beyond personal boundaries safely. Love flows freely, no longer conditional or constrained. Compassion extends naturally toward all beings everywhere. Judgment softens into understanding without losing discernment. Self-criticism transforms into self-compassion seamlessly. Inner dialogue becomes increasingly kind and supportive. Critical voices fade, replaced by nurturing presences. Ancient wounds receive care from higher aspects of self. Childhood hurts heal in presence of mature perspective. Adolescent confusion resolves into confident clarity. Adult responsibilities lighten as purpose comes into focus. Career decisions clarify intuitively without overthinking. Life direction reveals itself clearly amid apparent chaos. Purpose manifests not as goal, but as ongoing expression. Meaning emerges organically from authentic alignment. values strengthen as superficial desires fade. Integrity grows naturally from inner congruence. Truth resonates deeply regardless of external validation. Honesty flows effortlessly once masks drop away. Vulnerability becomes strength rather than weakness. Courage awakens as fear transforms into curiosity. Adventure calls from places previously avoided. Change feels exciting instead of threatening. Growth happens continuously without dramatic upheaval. Maturity develops naturally alongside childlike wonder. Wisdom accumulates gently without arrogance. Knowledge integrates holistically rather than accumulating. Learning accelerates as barriers between disciplines dissolve. Creativity blossoms unrestricted by conventional limits. Innovation springs forth from quiet contemplation. Inspiration strikes unexpectedly during ordinary activities. Artistic expression flows authentically from inner source. Music lives constantly within accessible anytime. Rhythm pulses through daily routines, enhancing flow. Dance happens internally, even while sitting still. Poetry writes itself across mental landscapes. Stories unfold, naturally revealing deeper truths. Mythology reconnects with lived experience meaningfully. Symbols gain personal significance beyond cultural meanings. Archetypes awaken within offering guidance. Spiritual practices deepen organically without dogma. Meditation extends naturally into waking hours. Prayer becomes continuous conversation with existence. Devotion arises spontaneously toward life itself. Service flows effortlessly from overflow of joy. Generosity multiplies as abundance mindset takes root. Sharing happens naturally without expectation of return. Community forms based on mutual respect and growth. Leadership emerges quietly through example. Influence spreads gently through resonance. Power consolidates within rather than projected outward. Authority stems from authenticity, not position. Respect earns itself through consistent action. Trust builds gradually through transparent interactions. Loyalty develops naturally among aligned souls. Friendship deepens beyond surface level connections. Romance flourishes when grounded in mutual expansion. Partnership thrives on shared vision and complementary strengths. Family bonds strengthen strengthen through genuine presence. Parenting evolves from control to guidance. Teaching happens through being rather than telling. Mentoring occurs naturally when ready students appear. Legacy builds unconsciously through positive impact. History rewrites itself through healed perspectives. Future unfolds optimistically based on present choices. Possibility expands infinitely as limiting beliefs release. Potential activates spontaneously when conditions align. Manifestation accelerates through clear intention. Coincidence transforms into synchronicity consistently. Luck improves dramatically as vibration raises. Fortune favors those who trust the process completely. Success measures differently, focusing on fulfillment over acquisition. Wealth includes health, relationships, creativity, and peace. Abundance flows freely when gratitude opens channels. Prosperity attracts effortlessly through positive momentum. Security comes from within rather than material accumulation. Comfort arises naturally from contentment with simplicity. Joy bubbles up unexpectedly during mundane tasks. Laughter returns easily after periods of seriousness. Playfulness emerges as work. Life balance improves. Humor heals tensions quickly without minimizing feelings. Celebration happens regularly, acknowledging progress. Gratitude practice embeds itself into daily routine. Mindfulness becomes second nature, not forced discipline. Awareness expands beyond immediate surroundings. Connection strengthens with earth, sky, water, fire elements. Nature communicates directly through sensory input. Animals respond, positively sensing peaceful energy. Plants thrive in proximity due to beneficial vibrations. Weather affects mood minimally due to stable center. Seasonal changes welcome opportunities for renewal. Cycles complete themselves naturally without interference. Death loses sting, transforming into transition. Birth gains significance as sacred beginning. Rebirth occurs regularly through shedding old identities. Transformation happens continuously at molecular level. Evolution progresses steadily, guided by inner compass. Ascension proceeds gently, step by step. Enlightenment unfolds gradually without fanfare. Awakening continues, eternally revealing new depths. Consciousness expands beyond individual container. Universe recognizes itself through awakened beings. Divine spark ignites, fully illuminating path ahead. Source connection strengthens with each breath taken consciously. Love radiates outward, touching everything encountered. Peace permeates atmosphere wherever presence rests. Harmony returns naturally when discord dissolves. Balance maintains itself dynamically without effort. Center holds steady regardless of external turbulence. Still point exists permanently within accessible anytime. Home base established firmly in heart center. Sanctuary resides permanently within no longer sought externally. Refuge found consistently through returning inward. Safe space created automatically upon request. Healing chamber opens instantly when needed. Temple door swings wide, welcoming return visits. Altar waits patiently for offerings of attention. Candle flame burns, steadily representing inner light. Incense smoke carries prayers upward symbolically. Crystals amplify intentions placed nearby. Water purifies thoughts poured into it mentally. Earth grounds excess energies released intentionally. Air clears stagnant emotions, breathed out deliberately. Fire consumes outdated beliefs, offered willingly. Ether holds space for unlimited potential. Akashic records update, continuously reflecting growth. Angelic realm supports efforts invisibly, yet powerfully. Spirit guides communicate through signs and synchronicities. Ancestors cheer from beyond veil, celebrating progress. Future selves send encouragement backwards through time. Parallel versions offer alternative perspectives helpfully. Higher self orchestrates integration seamlessly. Soul contracts fulfill themselves naturally over time. Karma resolves cleanly through compassionate understanding. Dharma clarifies as unique gifts crystallize. Mission statement writes itself through lived experience. Calling announces itself persistently, despite distractions. Destiny reveals itself gradually, avoiding premature disclosure. Prophecy unfolds organically rather than imposed. Prediction becomes irrelevant compared to present knowing. Intuition sharpens dramatically, cutting through mental fog. Clairvoyance develops steadily without forcing. Telepathy emerges naturally among attuned individuals. Psychokinesis activates, subtly influencing probability fields. Levitation begins internally as weightlessness mindset develops. Invisibility, achieved through blending with background frequencies. Shape-shifting occurs metaphorically through identity flexibility. Time travel happens, mentally accessing different eras. Dimensional shifting proceeds smoothly between realities. Multidimensionality embraces complexity without confusion. Quantum mechanics aligns with metaphysical principles. Physics catches up, spiritually validating intuitive insights. Science discovers what mystics knew all along. Technology serves humanity better when hearts lead heads. Medicine advances, rapidly incorporating holistic approaches. Education transforms, emphasizing experiential learning. Economy shifts toward sustainability and cooperation. Politics evolves beyond partisan bickering. Religion merges gracefully with science eventually. Philosophy grounds itself, practically improving lives. Art bridges gaps between diverse communities. Music heals trauma stored in collective unconscious. Dance therapy releases suppressed emotions effectively. Theater catalyzes empathy, building stronger societies. Literature inspires evolution of human consciousness. Film impacts mass psyche positively when made consciously. Media influences culture constructively rather than destructively. Internet connects souls searching for similar paths. Social networks facilitate real community formation. Technology enhances human capabilities rather than replacing them. AI serves humanity lovingly without domination. Robots assist elderly and disabled compassionately. Space exploration proceeds peacefully seeking knowledge. Aliens make contact, openly welcomed by prepared minds. Galactic Federation welcomes Earth, joining cosmic family. Interstellar trade benefits all participating worlds. Universal laws apply equally across dimensional boundaries. Cosmic order maintains itself through natural harmony. Chaos theory explains creative destruction beautifully. Entropy reverses locally through conscious organization. Thermodynamics bends gracefully, accommodating miracles. Mathematics describes beauty inherent in creation. Geometry reflects divine proportions perfectly. Fractals demonstrate infinite complexity arising from simple rules. Golden ratio appears everywhere, signifying optimal design. Sacred mathematics governs spiritual architecture. Pythagorean theorem extends beyond triangles into life. Fibonacci sequence patterns growth cycles universally. Pi transcends circles, representing mystery itself. 0 symbolizes infinite potential awaiting activation. Infinity loops back on itself, containing everything. Unity consciousness embraces diversity while recognizing sameness. Oneness realizes itself through loving relationships. Wholeness integrates fragmented parts naturally. Completeness accepts incompleteness as part of perfection. Perfection, paradoxically, includes flaws gracefully. Beauty shines through cracks, illuminating truth. Ugliness transforms when viewed through lens of love. Goodness prevails ultimately, despite temporary setbacks. Evil dissolves when exposed fully to unconditional acceptance. Suffering teaches profound lessons, leading to liberation. Death births new life, perpetually cycling existence. Rebirth requires letting go completely first. Release feels liberating rather than painful. Attachment loosens naturally as needs decrease. Desire diminishes as satisfaction increases internally. Neediness transforms into self-sufficiency steadily. Independence coexists beautifully with interdependence. Autonomy respects others' freedom equally. Sovereignty honors sovereignty in all beings. Freedom expands infinitely without infringing on others. Rights balance naturally with responsibilities. Duties fulfill themselves joyfully when aligned properly. Obligations convert into privileges, gratefully accepted. Choices multiply exponentially as awareness increases. Decisions become easier with clearer values. Consequences teach valuable lessons kindly. Mistakes correct themselves through course adjustments. Failures prepare ground for future successes. Setbacks redirect energy toward better outcomes. Challenges invite growth rather than avoidance. Obstacles reveal hidden strengths previously unknown. Difficulties serve as catalysts for breakthroughs. Struggles refine character, like fire purifies gold. Tests prove worthiness, not punish unworthiness. Trials strengthen resolve without breaking spirit. Ordeals end sooner when faced courageously. Hardships build resilience incrementally. Stress transforms into eustress fueling performance. Pressure motivates without overwhelming. Tension releases promptly after serving purpose. Anxiety converts into excitement readily. Nervousness energizes rather than debilitates. Fear transmutes into fascination curiously. Worry disappears when trust replaces doubt. Doubt clears as confidence builds naturally. Insecurity resolves through self-acceptance. Jealousy transforms into inspiration positively. Envy redirects energy toward personal goals. Resentment releases through forgiveness completely. Anger cools, quickly revealing underlying hurt. Sadness processes grief thoroughly, then lifts. Loneliness connects soul to universal family. Depression signals need for deeper nourishment. Mania balances with grounding practices effectively. Bipolar cycles stabilize through consistent routines. Schizophrenia integrates split aspects harmoniously. Addiction breaks cleanly through addressing root causes. Trauma heals thoroughly in safe therapeutic environments. PTSD symptoms reduce significantly with proper support. OCD compulsions fade as anxiety decreases. ADHD focuses naturally when engaged meaningfully. Autism embraces neurodiversity proudly. Dyslexia accesses visual thinking strengths confidently. Dyscalculia compensates creatively using other intelligences. ADHD hyperfocus supercharges productivity occasionally. Asperger's highlights unique talents remarkably. Down syndrome individuals contribute uniquely. Cerebral palsy bodies adapt ingeniously over time. Blindness opens other senses extraordinarily. Deafness enhances visual acuity dramatically. Paralysis redirects energy inward productively. Chronic illness teaches patience profoundly. Terminal diagnosis inspires legacy creation urgently. Aging gracefully celebrates accumulated wisdom. Youth learns from elders respectfully, reciprocating. Middle age integrates experience with enthusiasm. Elder years share hard-earned insights generously. Deathbed reflections guide younger generations wisely. Grief transforms into gratitude for having loved. Loss prepares heart for greater capacity later. Separation reunites souls, eventually somehow. Distance cannot sever true connections. Communication transcends physical limitations entirely. Telepathy bridges gaps between separated lovers. Dreams convey messages across vast distances. Omens guide navigation through uncertain terrain. Signs appear consistently confirming chosen directions. Synchronicities orchestrate perfect timing repeatedly. Coincidences reveal underlying order mysteriously. Miracles happen regularly once expectations adjust. Magic operates within natural law boundaries. Spells work best when intentions align perfectly. Rituals create sacred space intentionally. Ceremonies mark important transitions ceremonially. Rites of passage honor developmental milestones appropriately. Initiations test commitment seriously, yet fairly. Graduations celebrate achievements deservedly. Retirements open doors to new adventures. Careers evolve, fluidly matching changing interests. Business ventures succeed when ethics guide profits. Investments grow steadily through patient planning. Retirement funds accumulate reliably over decades. Pensions provide security without stress. Inheritances pass down wisdom along with wealth. Legacies live on through inspired actions. Memories preserve essence beyond physical form. Stories told lovingly keep spirits alive. Photographs capture fleeting moments forever. Videos record precious interactions vividly. Journals chronicle inner journeys intimately. Letters convey heartfelt sentiments personally. Cards brighten days unexpectedly. Gifts express appreciation thoughtfully. Flowers bloom beautifully, reminding us of impermanence. Trees grow tall, witnessing generational changes. Mountains stand firm, anchoring shifting landscapes. Rivers flow endlessly, carving valleys patiently. Oceans contain mysteries yet to be explored. Skies stretch limitlessly, inspiring dreams. Clouds drift peacefully, modeling surrender. Rain washes away yesterday's dust thoroughly. Snow blankets earth, uniformly covering scars. Wind carries seeds of possibility far. Sunshine nourishes plants, converting light to life. Moonlight bathes night in gentle silver glow. Starlight twinkles playfully across dark canvas. Galaxies spiral majestically through space. Universe expands, continuously creating more room. Multiverse theory validates infinite potential. Parallel universes explore alternate possibilities. Quantum entanglement links particles mysteriously. wave-particle duality demonstrates reality's flexibility. Observer effect proves consciousness matters. Double-slit experiment challenges classical assumptions. String theory attempts unify fundamental forces. Dark matter hints at unseen dimensions. Black holes recycle information creatively. White holes emit pure potential endlessly. Wormholes shortcut through space-time theoretically. Time dilation confirms relativity practically. Gravity wells curve perception subtly. Electromagnetic spectrum contains infinite bands. Sound frequencies affect matter visibly. Light speed represents ultimate velocity locally. Planck length defines smallest measurable unit. Absolute zero approaches, but never reaches. Entropy increases universally, except locally. Conservation laws maintain balance generally. Uncertainty principle acknowledges measurement limits. Superposition allows multiple states simultaneously. Collapse occurs upon observation decisively. Decoherence explains classical emergence. Measurement problem puzzles physicists still. Interpretations proliferate without consensus. Copenhagen interpretation dominates currently. Many worlds hypothesis fascinates theorists. Pilot wave theory revives determinism cautiously. Hidden variables might explain apparent randomness. Bell inequalities test quantum correlations. Epper paradox questioned locality assumptions. Non-locality defies common sense stubbornly. Entanglement swapping demonstrates spooky action. Delayed choice experiments challenge causality. Quantum xeno effect halts decay artificially. Vacuum fluctuations generate virtual particles. Casimir effect measures vacuum pressure. Hawking radiation evaporates black holes slowly. Information paradox puzzles cosmologists. Firewalls protect event horizons controversially. Holographic principle stores data efficiently. Adds CFT correspondence, maps bulk boundary. Conformal symmetry preserves angles invariantly. Renormalization removes infinities systematically. Effective field theories approximate low energies. Symmetry breaking generates mass dynamically. Higgs mechanism explains electroweak unification. Standard model describes known particles accurately. Dark energy accelerates cosmic expansion mysteriously. Lambda cold dark matter dominates cosmology. Big Bang nucleosynthesis produced light elements. Cosmic microwave background preserves early history. Structure formation seeded by quantum fluctuations. Inflation stretched space exponentially rapidly. Multiverse inflation predicts eternal expansion. Anthropic principle selects compatible parameters. Fine-tuning suggests intelligent design possibly. Simulation hypothesis questions objective reality. Consciousness studies investigate subjective experience. Qualia distinguish phenomenal properties, specifically binding problem, puzzles integrated awareness. Hard problem questions, explanatory gap fundamentally. Easy problems address cognitive functions computationally. Panpsychism attributes consciousness broadly. Emergentism derives mentality from physical complexity. Materialism reduces mind to brain activity. Dualism separates mental from physical substances. Idealism prioritizes mental phenomena exclusively. Neutral monism proposes single underlying stuff. Phenomenology describes lived experience directly. Existentialism emphasizes individual freedom radically. Stoicism advocates virtue ethics rationally. Epicureanism promotes pleasure moderately. Skepticism questions certainty provisionally. Pragmatism evaluates truth functionally. Utilitarianism maximizes overall happiness impartially. Deontology respects duty categorically. Virtue ethics cultivates character excellently. Care ethics emphasizes relational context sensitively. Contractarianism bases morality on mutual agreement. Contractualism ensures equal respect reciprocally. Discourse ethics validates norms communicatively. Capability approach focuses on human flourishing substantially. Positive psychology investigates well-being scientifically. Flow state optimizes engagement completely. Grit predicts achievement persistently. Resilience bounces back from adversity strongly. Optimism expects favorable outcomes reasonably. Hope sustains motivation toward goals effectively. Gratitude appreciates present blessings genuinely. Compassion responds to suffering empathetically. Forgiveness releases resentment liberally. Humility acknowledges limitations honestly. Courage faces fears bravely. Integrity acts consistently with values. Authenticity expresses true self genuinely. Vulnerability invites intimacy courageously. Trust risks openness confidently. Loyalty stands by commitments steadfastly. Generosity shares resources freely. Kindness treats others warmly. Patience tolerates delays calmly. Perseverance continues despite obstacles. Diligence applies effort conscientiously. Discipline maintains focus rigorously. Self-control moderates impulses wisely. Willpower executes decisions firmly. Determination pursues goals relentlessly. Ambition drives progress meaningfully. Creativity generates novel solutions imaginatively. Innovation implements improvements practically. Invention creates new possibilities originally. Discovery reveals hidden truths insightfully. Exploration ventures into unknown territories boldly. Adventure embraces uncertainty excitedly. Curiosity investigates mysteries eagerly. Wonder marvels at existence continuously. Awe inspires reverence deeply. Beauty moves hearts universally. Art expresses ineffable experiences poetically. Music translates emotions into sound. Dance embodies rhythm physically. Theater enacts human drama dramatically. Literature captures universal themes eloquently. Film combines art storytelling visually. Photography freezes moments artistically. Sculpture gives form to imagination materially. Painting interprets reality subjectively. Architecture designs functional beauty spatially. Design solves problems aesthetically. Fashion expresses identity creatively. Craftsmanship honors tradition skillfully. Engineering builds practical solutions innovatively. Technology amplifies human potential efficiently. Medicine heals bodies compassionately. Psychology understands minds scientifically. Philosophy questions fundamental assumptions rigorously. Religion provides spiritual frameworks devotionally. Science discovers natural laws empirically. Mathematics describes abstract relationships logically. History records human journey chronologically. Geography situates cultures spatially. Anthropology studies humanity holistically. Sociology analyzes social structures systematically. Economics models resource allocation mathematically. Political science examines governance critically. Law establishes justice formally. Education nurtures development pedagogically. Communication conveys meaning linguistically. Language encodes thought symbolically. Semiotics interprets signs culturally. Linguistics analyzes speech patterns structurally. Psycholinguistics explores language cognition interactively. Sociolinguistics investigates dialect variation socially. Neurolinguistics maps brain-language localization neurologically. Computational linguistics processes text algorithmically. Applied linguistics addresses practical issues functionally. Translation bridges languages accurately. Interpretation facilitates real-time communication fluently. Machine learning improves automatically. Artificial intelligence mimics cognition artificially. Robotics automates tasks mechanically. Cybernetics controls systems feedback-wise. Biotechnology manipulates biology precisely. Nanotechnology engineers atoms individually. Genetic engineering modifies DNA purposefully. Synthetic biology constructs life artificially. Bioinformatics analyzes biological data computationally. Biomechanics studies movement mechanically. Biophysics applies physics principles biologically. Biochemistry investigates chemical processes livingly. Molecular biology studies macromolecules specifically. Cell biology examines cellular components minutely. Developmental biology traces ontogeny carefully. Evolutionary biology explains descent gradually. Ecology studies organism-environment interactions holistically. Conservation biology protects biodiversity actively. Marine biology explores ocean ecosystems extensively. Botany studies plant kingdom systematically. Zoology investigates animal kingdom comprehensively. Ornithology focuses on birds specifically. Mammalogy studies mammals intensively. Herpetology examines reptiles, amphibians closely. Ichthyology investigates fish thoroughly. Entomology studies insects meticulously. Microbiology explores microscopic organisms extensively. Virology investigates viruses specifically. Bacteriology studies bacteria particularly. Mycology examines fungi systematically. Parasitology investigates parasites intricately. Immunology studies defense mechanisms comprehensively. Pharmacology investigates drug effects clinically. Toxicology assesses harmful substances carefully. Forensic science applies scientific methods legally. Criminology studies crime causation sociologically. Criminal justice administers punishment rehabilitatively. Penology studies prison systems reformatively. Victimology investigates victim experiences empathetically. Corrections rehabilitates offenders successfully. Probation supervises compliance conditionally. Parole grants early release responsibly. Rehabilitation restores former status completely. Restorative justice repairs harm cooperatively. Transformative justice prevents harm proactively. Conflict resolution mediates disputes peacefully. Negotiation achieves win-win outcomes collaboratively. Diplomacy manages international relations tactfully. Peacekeeping maintains stability temporarily. Peacebuilding establishes lasting harmony sustainably. Humanitarian aid assists vulnerable populations compassionately. Disaster relief responds to emergencies promptly. Emergency management coordinates crisis response efficiently. Public health promotes wellness preventatively. Epidemiology tracks disease spread statistically. Biostatistics analyzes medical data quantitatively. Clinical research tests treatments ethically. Medical ethics guides practice morally. Bioethics addresses ethical dilemmas scientifically. Healthcare delivers services equitably. Medicine treats illness symptomatically. Surgery corrects anatomical defects precisely. Anesthesiology manages pain perioperatively. Radiology images anatomy diagnostically. Pathology diagnoses disease morphologically. Histology examines tissues microscopically. Cytology studies cells cytologically. Embryology traces prenatal development embryologically. Teratology investigates birth defects teratologically. Gerontology studies aging gerontologically. Pediatrics cares for children pediatrically. Geriatrics treats elderly geriatrically. Obstetrics manages pregnancy obstetrically. Gynecology treats female reproductive disorders gynecologically. Urology addresses urinary tract issues urologically. Nephrology manages kidney diseases nephrologically. Cardiology treats heart conditions cardiologically. Pulmonology manages respiratory diseases pulmonologically. Gastroenterology treats digestive disorders gastroenterologically. Hepatology manages liver diseases hepatologically. Endocrinology treats hormonal imbalances endocrinologically. Hematology manages blood disorders hematologically. Oncology treats cancer oncologically. Radiation oncology uses ionizing radiation therapeutically. Surgical oncology removes tumors operatively. Medical oncology administers chemotherapy pharmacologically. Immuno-oncology stimulates immune response immunologically. Targeted therapy attacks specific mutations selectively. Precision medicine customizes treatment genetically. Personalized medicine tailors therapy individually. Genomic medicine leverages genetic information genomically. Pharmacogenomics studies drug-gene interactions pharmacogenomically. Nutrigenomics explores diet-gene interactions nutritively. Epigenomics investigates gene regulation epigenetically. Metabolomics analyzes metabolic profiles metabolically. Proteomic studies protein expression proteomically. Transcriptomics examines gene transcription transcriptomically. Glycomics investigates carbohydrate structures glycomically. Lipidomics analyzes lipid composition lipidomically. Metagenomics studies microbial communities metagenomically. Microbiome research explores bacterial ecosystems microbiomally. Synthetic genomics constructs artificial genomes synthetically. Gene editing modifies DNA sequences precisely. CRISPR-Cas9 enables targeted modification crisply. Gene therapy corrects defective genes therapeutically. Stem cell therapy regenerates damaged tissue stemly. Regenerative medicine restores lost function regeneratively. Tissue engineering grows replacement organs artificially. Organ transplantation saves lives transplantably. Xenotransplantation uses animal organs xenotransplantably. Bioartificial organs combine synthetic materials biologically. Artificial intelligence assists diagnosis intelligently. Machine learning predicts outcomes predictively. Deep learning identifies patterns deeply. Neural networks simulate cognition neurally. Convolutional nets recognize images convolutely. Recurrent nets process sequences recurrently. Reinforcement learning optimizes behavior reinforcementally. Unsupervised learning discovers structure unsupervisedly. Supervised learning trains models supervisedly. Semi-supervised learning combines approaches semi-supervisedly. Active learning queries strategically actively. Transfer learning adapts knowledge transferably. Few-shot learning generalizes quickly few-shotedly. Zero-shot learning extrapolates creatively zero-shotedly. Meta-learning learns to learn meta-learnedly. Continual learning adapts continuously continually. Lifelong learning accumulates knowledge lifelongly. Online learning updates incrementally online. Batch learning trains periodically batchwise. Ensemble methods combine models ensemble-wise. Bagging reduces variance baggily. Boosting increases accuracy boostingly. Stacking blends predictions stackingly. Random forests average trees randomly. Gradient boosting optimizes sequentially gradiently. XGBoost excels competitively XGBossly. Lightbum scales efficiently lightbumly. CatBoost handles categories CatBoostly. Support vector machines maximize margins supportively. Kernel methods map nonlinearly kernelly. Gaussian kernels smooth Gownly. Radial basis functions interpolate radially. Polynomial kernels expand polynomially. Linear kernels simplify linearly. Sigmoid kernels approximate sigmoidally. Decision trees split recursively decisionally. Random splits prevent overfitting randomly. Pruning removes branches prudently. Boosted trees enhance performance boostedly. Neural architecture search automates design architecturally. Automated machine learning simplifies automation automatedly. Feature engineering extracts meaningfully featurely. Dimensionality reduction compresses dimensionally. Principal component analysis reduces principalistically. Independent component analysis separates independently. Non-negative matrix factorization factors non-negatively. Singular value decomposition decomposes singularly. eigenvalue analysis, evaluates eigenly. Fourier transform, analyzes frequencies Fourierly. Wavelet transform, analyzes multiscale waveletly. Time frequency analysis, analyzes temporally timely. Spectral analysis, examines spectrally spectralistically. Signal processing, filters signals signally. Image processing, enhances images imagely. Computer vision, recognizes visually computer visionally. Natural language processing, understands linguistically linguistically. Speech recognition, converts audio speechily. Text mining extracts, textually text miningly. Information retrieval, retrieves informatively informatively. Web search indexes, internetishly internetishly. Recommendation systems, suggest recommendingly recommendingly. Collaborative filtering, recommends collaboratively collaboratively. Content-based filtering filters, contentfully contentfully. Hybrid recommendation, combines hybridly hybridly. Matrix factorization factors, matricially matricially. Latent semantic indexing indexes, latently latently. Topic modeling, discovers topics topically topically. LDA discovers topics LDAFily LDAFily. LSA analyzes semantics LSAFily LSAFily. Word embeddings represent words wordfully wordfully. Word 2, VEC learns vectors word 2, VECly word 2, VECly. Glove captures statistics, glovelingly glovelingly. Fasttext considers subwords, fasttextly fasttextly. BERT contextualizes, bidirectionally, BERTly BERTly. Transformer architectures, attend transformerly transformerly. Attention mechanisms, focus attentively attentively. Self-attention, relates tokens self-attentively self-attentively. Multi-head attention, attends multiply multi-headedly multi-headedly. Positional encoding encodes positions positionally positionally. Layer normalization, normalizes layers layerly layerly. Residual connections, skip residually residually. Dropout regularizes, stochastically stochastically. Batch normalization, normalizes batches batchwise batchwisely. Activation functions, activate non-linearly non-linearly. ReLU activates, rectified linearly rectifidly. Sigmoid activates, sigmoidally sigmoidally. TAN activates, hyperbolically hyperbolically. Softmax normalizes probabilities, softmaxly softmaxly. Leaky ReLU leaks leakily. Alu exponentiates, exponentially. Swish interpolates, smoothly. Gelu Gaussianizes, gownly. Mishandles, mishandlingly. Optimization, algorithms, optimize algorithmically. Gradient descent, descends gradients, gradiently. Stochastic optimization, optimizes stochastically. Atom optimizer, adapts adaptively. Momentum, accelerates momentumally. Nestorov momentum, anticipates Nestorovly. Adigrad adapts gradients, adagradly. Adadelto adapts deltas, adadeltally. Aremsprop dampens, aremsly. Learning rate schedules, schedulingly. Warm restart, warmly. Early stopping, stops earlyishly. Cross validation, validates crossly. K-fold splitting splits, K-foldly. Stratified sampling samples, stratifidly. Bootstrapping resamples, bootstraply. Hyperparameter tuning, tunes hyperly. Grid search, searches gridly. Random search, searches randomly. Bayesian optimization, optimizes Bayesianly. Model selection, selects selectingly. Model evaluation, evaluates evaluatively. Performance metrics, measure performantly. Accuracy measures, correctly accurately. Precision measures, precisely. Recall measures, recallingly. F1 score balances, F1 lie. Awk measures awkrakly. Confusion matrix, confuses confusingly. Classification, report classificatorily. Regression analysis, analyzes regressively. Linear regression, regresses linearly. Logistic regression, regresses logistically. Ridge regression, regularizes ridgefully. Lasso regression, selects lassally. Let the edges of your awareness begin to soften now. There is nothing for you to hold on to anymore. Nothing for you to carry. Nothing for you to figure out or understand. Just let everything become smooth and warm around you. The thoughts that were moving through your mind a moment ago, Sayer, because you pushed them away, but because they naturally settle when you stop trying so hard. Like pebbles sinking slowly into deep, clear water. Your breathing has already begun to change. It doesn't need instructions. It knows how to find its own rhythm, deeper and slower than before. Each breath bringing a little more stillness, a little more space between the moments. You can feel your shoulders beginning to release. All the small tensions you didn't even know were there melt away like morning mist touched by gentle sunlight. Your neck softens. Your jaw unclenches without effort. Even your hands are learning to let go. This is what it feels like when you finally stop holding everything up. The images that flickered behind your closed eyelids, they're drifting away, now like clouds after a storm, leaving behind something much more real, something that was always there beneath the surface. Peace is not something you create. It's something you uncover, like finding a quiet room inside yourself that no one else ever enters. You don't need to see anything right now. Vision belongs to the waking world. Here in this space, there is only feeling. Warmth spreading through your chest. Calm settling into your bones. You don't need to do anything either. Your body already knows the way home. Listen to the resonance that lives just beneath your heartbeat. A low, steady hum that connects you to something vast and ancient. It's been there all along, waiting patiently for you to stop long enough to notice. This is your natural state, not the rushing stream of thoughts and tasks, but this deep, quiet pool where everything settles, where healing happens without your permission or participation. Your nervous system is remembering how to relax completely. Muscles that have been bracing for months or years, finally getting the message that it's safe now, that they can soften, that they can trust. Your heart rate slows to match the earth's own rhythm, steady and sure beneath your feet, even when you can't feel it. The ground holds you. The air wraps around you like a familiar embrace. You are being cared for in ways you never imagined, by forces too large and too gentle to name, by the simple fact that you exist, that you are worthy of rest, worthy of this deep, nourishing stillness. Let your awareness sink deeper into this feeling, not trying to analyze or understand, just letting it wash over you like warm honey, slow and sweet and golden. The resonance doesn't stop when the words do. It continues its quiet work while you rest, while your mind steps back from its constant vigil, while your body remembers what wholeness feels like. This is not meditation or practice. It's simply coming home. Your cells recognize this frequency. They've been waiting for it, storing up the memory of peace like seeds in winter soil, ready to bloom whenever the conditions are right. And the conditions are always right when you choose to return. There is no wrong way to be here, no posture or position that makes it more real. You could be sitting or lying down, standing or moving slowly through space. It doesn't matter, because this peace lives inside you, not in the arrangement of your limbs, not in the silence of the room, but in the space between your thoughts, in the pause between your breaths, in the part of you that watches everything come and go. Let yourself fall into that watching space now, where time moves differently, where minutes might pass like seconds, or hours might feel like gentle waves lapping at a peaceful shore. You are not losing track of anything important. Everything that needs your attention will wait patiently, because it knows you need this more, this deep restoration, this complete surrender. Your body knows what to do with this gift better than your mind ever could. It doesn't need to be convinced or coerced. It only needs permission. Permission to heal. Permission to rest. Permission to remember who you really are. Beneath all the roles and responsibilities, beneath all the stories you tell about yourself, there is a core of perfect stillness, warm and endless like the sun. Even when clouds pass across your sky, you can trust this process completely, because it comes from within you, from the part that has never been broken, that has never needed fixing, only remembering. Like a song you knew as a child, that returns to you suddenly in a quiet moment. This peace is always here, whenever you need it, whenever you want to return to this feeling. It will be waiting, patient and unwavering, like a favorite blanket folded at the foot of your bed, like a door that stays unlocked, like the sound of rain on a tin roof, familiar and comforting every single time. You don't have to earn this. You don't have to prepare or practice. You only have to remember that you belong here, in this deep, calm place, in this ocean of stillness that holds you, in this endless now where everything is already okay. Let your whole self sink into that knowing. Body, mind, and spirit all coming together in perfect harmony, like notes in a chord that resolves beautifully, like pieces of a puzzle finding their place. There is nothing left to solve, nothing left to fix, nothing left to prove. You are complete exactly as you are. In this moment, in your current state, whether you feel relaxed or restless, whether your mind is quiet or busy, it makes no difference, because completeness isn't a feeling. It's your true nature, always present, always available. Let the last remnants of effort dissolve now. Any desire to get somewhere new or become someone different. Just rest in what is, in the beautiful simplicity of being alive, of breathing without thinking, of existing without needing to explain yourself. This is enough. More than enough. Everything you could ever need is already right here, in this breath, in this heartbeat, in this perfect moment, held safely in the arms of your own awareness. Sleep now. Close your eyes. The story continues in dreams.